On this week's episode of Fab and Adventures, why Ron chose the Yokohama X-MT Extreme mud terrain tires.
Sponsored by TRE 4x4 BC.
Welcome back to Fab and Adventures, guys. The tires are finally in. Yokohama Geolander X-MT in a 37, 13.5, 17-inch tire. Had to get 37s. I planned on doing 40s. I planned on building the FJ around 40s, but with the COVID and whatnot, tire supplies are down big time. Really hard to get tires at all. So I had to basically just be happy with 37s.
But they're massive!
Look at the tread lug.
So one of the things that we chose to do was to go with a 17-inch rim versus a 15-inch. We do want to change out the tires to a 40-inch eventually, and there are more 40-inch tire options with the 17-inch rim.
So the reason I went with a radial tire over a bias ply is we plan on doing a bunch of overlanding trips, and doing that you're going to be on the highway and you're going to be off-road, you're going to be in the high country encountering mud, snow, all kinds of stuff, and a radial tire just lasts longer, rides better, and it's just overall around better than a bias ply tire.
So Ron always has to go with something that's different. Going with Yokohama just kind of felt natural for him. You can't go with a BF Goodrich or a Nito, a Maxxis Trepidor even. They're so common. Ron has to do different.
Yeah, I'm not one for the common tires, and I mean the Maxxis Trepidors are awesome. They're super aggressive looking, but they're directional. And I'm not a super fan of directional because if you plow yourself into a mud hole or a snowbank or whatever, and you got no trees to winch on, you have to go backwards, and a directional tire is just not designed for reverse rotation. You crank on the throttle in reverse, and you fill the tires with mud. They can't evacuate the mud. They turn into a big old slick, and you're stuck, really.
Yep. So subscribe, like, and share our videos.
And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @Fabin_adventures.
So I'd almost say that these Yokohama radial tires are pretty aggressive, and probably one of the more aggressive mud terrain tires out there. They aren't necessarily going to be quiet, but who buys a mud terrain tire for quiet anyway? Even though Yokohama states that they are pretty quiet.
All right, so let's have a closer look at these tires. Look at the huge lugs compared to this WD-40 can. Gives you a good idea of how big the lugs actually are.
And look at the lug to void ratio. Like, that's huge. That's definitely going to help clear out the mud and the water.
For sure it will.
Geolander uses their Geo Shield. It's 3 polyester layers, 2 steel layers, and a full nylon cover.
So check out the sidewall lugs, guys. They're super beefy, and the sidewalls are super thick, and that's going to help resist rock punchers and pinches when you're aired down and your sidewall is bulged out. So another one of the selling points for me was when I was doing my research, I come across an article that stated when Yokohama brought these tires out, they took them down to the Johnson Valley and they gave them to Joe Pellegrino, and they said, abuse them, see if you can wreck them. And he took them, abused them for the day or more, I don't know exactly, but they came out of there with flying colors, no cuts, no bruises, and the tire survived.
So Yokohama offers these in a 35 to 40 inch tire. That's right, 35 inch, so you know that they were designed for off-road. 20 or 17 to 24 rim size. Again, that's really good.
Yeah.
And Yokohama also claims 6 to 10% better traction than your Nito Mud Grappler.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 4 to 8% better than the BFG Crawler even.
Wow, that's saying something. Now, you know, that's their statement, but it could be true, could be not, could be awesome, could be not. But I can't wait to get these bad boys on the FJ and get the FJ Project done. 2021 promises to be a great year.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching Fab and Adventures. Catch you next Friday.